Welcome to this special show on DD India. I am Taposh Bhattacharya, and in the next half an hour, I give you all the nitty-gritty that took place in the year 2024 in the realm of environment.
The world is going through a crucial transformation. There is a growing realization that climate change is not just a matter of the future. The impact of climate change is being felt here and now. The time for action is also here and now. Energy transition and sustainability have become central to global policy discourse.
2024, the year the world woke up to climate's harsh realities and powerful progress. From record-breaking temperature to groundbreaking renewable energy milestones, here is how the planet fought back against the greatest challenge.
A year that raised the stakes for climate action. A year that witnessed both the harsh realities of a changing planet and the sparks of hope that could light the way forward.
Rising temperatures, devastating wildfires and extreme weather events defined 2024. But what do the escalating impacts mean for our future? Let's explore the stories that shaped the year 2024. The Amazon, the parts of the North America burned brighter than ever this year. With wildfire and catastrophic weather on the rise, are we prepared for what's next?
In March, the mercury soared to a staggering 113 degrees Fahrenheit in South Sudan, turning everyday life into a serious health hazard. 2.2 million children were turned away from their schools. This is not just a temperature, it's a warning. These are just glimpses of a border, relentless crisis. But amid these devastating statistics, a different story is unfolding. One of resilience. Across the world, new technologies, policies, and solutions are emerging. From renewable energy to green hydrogen, from biofuels to electric vehicles, humanity is fighting back.
India is committed towards creating cleaner and greener planet. We were the first among G20 nations to fulfill our Paris commitments on green energy. These commitments were fulfilled 9 years ahead of the target of 2030. India's installed non-fossil fuel capacity increased nearly 300% in the last 10 years. Our solar energy capacity increased over 3,000% in the same period. But we are not resting on these achievements. We remain focused on strengthening existing solutions. We are also looking at new and innovative areas.
With 19,744 crore investment, India's National Green Hydrogen Mission is positioning the country as a global hub for clean energy. But how close are we to realize this dream? Air pollution continues to claim millions of lives worldwide as efforts intensify to combat this silent killer. Let's take a closer look at its impacts and the road ahead.
In India, the push towards renewable energy has been nothing short of revolutionary. In 2024 alone, solar power capacity increased by 30%, while wind energy continued its upward trajectory. Total wind capacity, including pipeline projects, increased by 17.4% from 63.41 gigawatts in 2023 to 74.44 gigawatts in 2024.
Our Prime Minister signed the pledge for net zero, and Panchamrit, that what we have taken as a pledge for that. By 2070, India will be net zero. We'll have that installed capacity for solar and renewable energy, 500 gigawatt. We'll have that 45% reduction in energy intensity by GDP by 2030. And we'll have create that additional carbon sink to reduce emission by 1.5 to 2 million ton by 2030. So these Panchamrit, I think we have made a good start. Our installed capacity for renewable energy today stand by 2024 170 gigawatt. Lot of acceleration is required to reach to that 500 gigawatt, but we have made good progression on that. In terms of energy transition, we need to have that more and more carbon sink. We need to have more carbon trading policy and mechanism to address it. But we are having good start, and hopefully in 2030 we'll get that momentum on this Panchamrit.
The numbers speak for themselves. India's commitment to clean energy is shaping a new future. The total wind energy capacity, including pipeline projects, surged by 17.4%, rising from 63.41 gigawatts in 2023 to 74.44 gigawatts in 2024. The bioenergy and hydro sectors also contributed steadily. Bioenergy capacity saw a 4.6% increase, growing from 10.84 gigawatts to 11.34 gigawatts. Large hydroelectric projects experienced incremental growth, with installed capacity rising from 46.88 gigawatts to 46.97 gigawatts. Total capacity, including pipeline projects, increased from 64.85 gigawatts to 67.02 gigawatts. In the nuclear sector, installed capacity grew from 7.48 gigawatts in 2023 to 8.18 gigawatts in 2024. Total capacity, including pipeline projects, remained steady at 22.48 gigawatts.
Free electricity for solar power household? How's that? The Prime Minister Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana is transforming lives and making renewable energy accessible to millions of Indians.
These developments highlight India's ongoing commitment to expanding its renewable energy resources, reducing reliance on fossil fuels, and enhancing energy security.
हमारी एनर्जी नीड्स क्या है? भारत जानता है 2047 तक डेवलप्ड नेशन बनाने के लिए हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है, और हम ये भी जानते हैं कि हमारे पास अपने ऑयल और गैस के भंडार नहीं है. हम एनर्जी इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है, और इसलिए हमने सोलर पावर, विंड पावर, न्यूक्लियर और हाइड्रो पावर के दम पर अपने फ्यूचर को बिल्ड करने का फैसला लिया है. हमारी पीएम सूर्यघर मुफ्त बिजली स्कीम को स्टडी करना चाहिए. ये रूफटॉप सोलार की एक यूनिक स्कीम है. इसके तहत हम रूफटॉप सोलार सेटअप के लिए हर फैमिली को फंड कर रहे हैं. इंस्टॉलेशन में मदद कर रहे हैं। इस योजना से भारत का हर घर एक पावर प्रोड्यूसर बनने जा रहा है।
The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, led by Union Minister Prasar Joshi, continues to spearhead key initiatives to meet the nation's climate goals. And the impact is undeniable. India is now a global leader in solar manufacturing, producing 60 gigawatts of solar modules, with plans to reach 100 gigawatts by 2030. The government's push for green hydrogen is laying the foundation for a carbon-neutral future. As the world's third largest emitter of greenhouse gases, India is also stepping up its efforts to achieve net zero emissions by 2070.
Energy transition, it is a long process, and earlier that coal base or that biofuel which we are now starting, for that adaptation to climate strategy require a lot of finance, and in terms of getting into that clean and renewable energy, we need a lot of international funding and finance, because we need to have that phase out of coal policy. We need to have transition from traditional energy source to that renewable energy source, which require 4-5 things. One is that we need international finance and funding system. We need a lot of R&D and technology transfer, how we can see the transition faster. We need a lot of infrastructure and support system to adopt these practice. And finally, we need India as a more sectorial level, specific to that sector where energy consumption is more, to have some policy so that adoption for that renewable energy is much faster.
Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has transformed into a renewable energy powerhouse. Solar tariffs have plummeted by 76% and renewable energy capacity has surged by over 180%. It's not just about numbers, it's about a change that could inspire the world. 2024 also brought extreme weather to the forefront. Wildfires ravaged the Americas, from Amazon to the Pantanal, while India faced devastating heat waves. Global warming is no longer a distant threat. It is here. But even as the planet heats up, innovation is accelerating. The push for biofuels, electric vehicles, and green hydrogen is gathering momentum. In India, the launch of the National Green Hydrogen Mission in 2024 is a bold step forward. The world is taking note. India's green hydrogen policies are already attracting global investments, signaling a turning point in the global fight against climate change.
I think it is time for India, because we are the voice for South, and that global South, we have seen that how developed country can help developing country, and this required a lot of collaboration among the nation, even among the regional and geography. And India leading the voice for global South is basically that how developing country can be more participative, and how India can show way to other developing country or emerging country or economy to be part of that sustainable and inclusive growth is the best time. Even this required to be done in a manner where it become more as a future ready for us to transit to that Viksit Bharat, whether it is green job or green industry or green production, even education, green job need to be done there. And even for that whole ecosystem infrastructure, we need to have that whole transition from traditional way to India is great example for sustainable practice as always. So India has that best way to demonstrate and lead that global South for sustainable practice and how we can adopt it faster in our sustainable way of working.
With 120 members countries, the International Solar Alliance is uniting the world against climate change. Find out how global cooperation is driving sustainable energy solutions.
While emissions continue to rise, 37.4 billion tons of CO2 in 2024 alone, the global response is shifting gears. The push for net zero emissions has never been more urgent, but the path forward is filled with possibilities. Solutions like battery storage, offshore wind, and solar power are becoming more accessible, more affordable, and more effective. Across the globe, cities and nations are moving from survival to transformation. As the world races to decarbonize, India is leading by example with an ambitious vision for a greener, cleaner future. On February 8th, India passed the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Amendment Act, taking a major step in protecting the nation's water resources. Just a day later, the inaugural meeting of Global Biodiversity Framework Fund took place, marking a global commitment to safeguarding our planet's biodiversity.
Biosphere is of tremendous importance for not only human life but also for animal life, plant life, for the whole functioning of the ecosystem. It is a reserve that cannot be established by any one country by itself. So it's being established by UNESCO based on the advice of the International Coordination Council, consisting of carefully selected experts from many different countries. So that in itself is a strength, because not any one country can say and put a sign on the ground and say this is a national park and it's all wonderful without having a professional science-based management plan in place. So biosphere reserve, they have management plans. They have also a zonation. They have, in the middle of a biosphere reserve, they have one or several core zones for strict nature conservation. They can be relatively small. They can be reserves for the conservation of snow leopard or for elephants or for tigers as flagship conservation species, but they are really for the conservation of the whole ecosystem and also allow ecosystem change happening and the ecosystem to develop. India has made very good progress in terms of biosphere reserve establishment. India is participating since 24 years, and since that time India has established one biosphere reserve on average every 2 years, so that's quite impressive. So India has a lot of potentialities. I'm an optimist. I would very much hope that by the end of the century that India would perhaps develop 100 biosphere reserves, taking the lead in the world. India can do it.
Protecting the planet's majestic predators, the International Big Cat Alliance is making waves not just in India but globally in the wildlife conservation. What's next for the endangered species like tiger and lion?
The commitment to biodiversity continued to grow with the establishment of International Big Cat Alliance, designed to protect the world's majestic big cats, alongside the launch of PM Surya Ghar scheme, enabling households to generate their own solar power. In a groundbreaking move for wildlife conservation, India is set to become the global hub for protection of the world's most iconic predators, the big cats. On February 29, 2024, the Government of India announced the establishment of the International Big Cat Alliance, or IBCA, with its headquarters here in India, a decision that will pave the way for global cooperation in safeguarding these magnificent creatures. The concept for IBCA was first introduced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2019, and today it is becoming a reality. With one-time budgetary support of Rs 150 crore for the period of 2023 to 2028, this initiative represents a bold, multinational effort to protect the world's big cats and their habitats. The term big cat refers to the majestic species of Felidae family, including the tiger, lion, leopard, jaguar, snow leopard, and even the cheetah and puma. Known for their powerful roars, these apex predators play an essential role in the balance of their ecosystems. March saw India's first National Dolphin Research Centre open in Patna, focused on preserving the endangered Gangetic River dolphin. Meanwhile, India's first green hydrogen plant in Hisar promises to set a new standard in eco-friendly energy production. On June 5th, World Environment Day, Prime Minister Modi planted a peepal tree in Delhi, launching the Plant for Mother campaign to promote environmental consciousness. The campaign gains global momentum with plantation drive in numerous cities, including Georgetown, where Guyana's President Irfan Ali planted sapling in November 2024. 2 bird sanctuaries in Bihar received recognition under the Ramsar Convention, bringing India's Ramsar sites to an impressive 85.
Green hydrogen is emerging as a promising addition to the world's energy landscape. It can help in decarbonizing industries that are difficult to electrify. Refineries, fertilizers, steel, heavy duty transportation, many such sectors will benefit. We want to make India a global hub for the production, utilization, and export of green hydrogen. The National Green Hydrogen Mission is giving an impetus to innovation, infrastructure, industry, and investment.
The journey is far from over, but with every step, India leads the way toward a more sustainable planet for generations to come. The world is changing, and so is India's commitment to a greener, more sustainable future. Throughout 2024, the nation has made groundbreaking strides in environmental conservation and renewable energy.
The road to net zero by 2070s is ambitious but achievable. From offshore wind farms to green hydrogen, India's energy transition is inspiring the world. As we wrap up, it's clear that 2024 has been a year of immense climate challenges but also of remarkable progress. The fight against climate change demands bold action, innovation and global collaboration, and every step forward counts. This is Tapush Bhattacharya along with my camera person Piyush signing off.